Hey everybody. This is going to be a live stream that's going to be kept short. Just going to say real quickly that before I go into everything here, I just want to say that I'm only doing this because I needed to get this announced straight away. Otherwise, it'll take me a few months before I get to this. I'm also not got my good mic plugged in, so if anybody is not hearing me perfectly, I'm sorry, but this is how it's going to be. But with that out of the way, I'm about to let's get on with it. Right, so let's get to the TLDR. Like the well, fuck, I'm trying to get this right. TLDR, that's it. Getting to the TLDR about this. The script of the original version is cancelled. The version that I've been working on since 2019, 2018, that's no longer happening. I'm going to keep on saying version so that way I'm making more sense about this. Because fuck it, this is hard to say. Let's just get into the nitty-gritty actually, just first of all. So there was a bunch of decisions that went behind this right now. The first one would be that I was just not happy with the script. Everything that I did, like everything that I was doing, was just not my work that I'm proud of anymore. I was not proud of the episodes going through the years because I made the script of Clashing Conflicts at the very end of 2018. So by that point, my work has not been polished, and it could be seen by the script itself because there was a bunch of errors. There was some inconsistencies with some of the things that was going to be said. There was also there was a lot of focus on specific characters that I particularly like, but I've seen in object shows where if you give a specific character too much screen time, then it's not going to be the best. Another reason going into this as well is that I wasn't thinking about the long haul of Clashing Conflicts. Because I was looking into it of making an object show, getting the episodes out in a couple of months, then make the next script, get the script out in a couple of months, get animation, upload, get to the next episodes, like all that kind of crap. But basically, I'm going to have somebody coming in here in a couple of seconds just to explain the final reason. But I wasn't thinking of the long haul version of the entirety of the show, because it was just getting too long. Because of how I set out the show. It had 22 contestants, meaning there was going to be 20 episodes, like BFTD. And Nev took about 5 years to get BFTD done, and he wasn't happy with that. But however, there is one final reason, and I'm actually just getting the final guest to come in here now. to try and come and say. But I do want to say right now that the show isn't cancelled. Clashing Conflicts is not cancelled. It's just the version of the script that we've done is no longer happening. So the one that we've been working on from 2018 to 2021 of what, June? Yeah, June is no longer happening. And I do want to add as well that the script was like 20 scenes and all of them were like 2 pages long each. So even with just audio editing, I looked at the episode and it looks like it was going to be like 20 fucking scenes each and stuff like that. But fuck, I'm really hoping this person comes in soon so we can actually properly explain together, because this is gonna be that fuck. Right. Let's get down to the main reason why the show is gone. Well, the original script is gone. And I've been meaning to talk about this for the last few months now. Around the creation of Clashing Conflicts, I was supported by another creator that you guys know, Pinky Post-it. They were a good friend of mine. They supported me through not only Challenge of the Objects, like back when that I was doing that in 2016, but they were also helping me through this version where they had strong implementations of all of their stuff, like their characters, and as well as the fact that they helped me write the majority of the script. However, I do not want Clashing Conflicts to be associated with her anymore. And here's why. Around the time of 2019, accusations were being made on Twitter about Pinky. And they were on the fact that she was basically dating Aspenetrix at the time. But it was the fact that they got called out for a lot of different things and reasons. And one of the things that got called out for was for doing NSFW role-playing with minors at the age of 18. When that was happening, a lot of people lost faith with her, and by that point, our guest is here, but by that point, by that point, we had people looking into the story and stuff like that, and she basically told us like, oh, she didn't know none of this happened. Well, none of it did happen, but she never knew the ages, and she never knew about anything else. I'm gonna quickly get the person that I was talking about to come in here right now.
Wait, what?
Hi.
What are we doing?
I
was not informed on what we're doing. Wait, what are we doing?
because you know about a lot of this as well, so I kind of need you to help me out here.
Oh, all right.
It's about Pinky.
Yeah, I know.
So, basically, do you want to go into more detail of what was being accused back in like 2019 with her?
Yeah, sure. So my crew was where this all started back in the beginning of 2019. A director for my show showed me a screenshot of Pinky like ERPing with a minor. Well, she just turned 18.
By that time, yeah.
And by that point, I just removed Pinky from my crew without talking to it, because the screenshot was like sound evidence. Like there was no refuting it. What was going on in the screenshots I didn't agree with. That was it. That's all I needed to hear. And I received a lot of flack afterwards for making that decision, because people were friends with Pinky at that time, and they were like, Pinky would never do that. I'm not going to mention names, but a lot of people in my crew were mad at me for that decision. As time went on,
you could openly say that I was one of those people, because I was one of those people who did say about that.
Yeah, but after some time, for whatever reason, a few people must have talked me into it. I became acquainted with Pinky again. I just put it behind me, didn't think much of it. But as like 2 years passed, people have looked into the situation more, and we made the decision to just distance ourselves from Pinky so she can get the proper assistance and help that she desperately needs. And she's left from our knowledge, she's left all social media platforms. Her YouTube's deleted, Twitter's deleted.
I do want to just expand on that part there, because what happened by that time was that not only the person who influenced Pinky to do like the role playing with those people back then, like admitted that it was their fault, they were the one who manipulated her and stuff like that. But Pinky also admitted that she never knew the ages of the people she did it with, so she never knew until afterwards. So it was one of those things where we thought, okay, must have been crossfire. It must have been something that we wouldn't have known unless you'd done it. It's still a bad thing no matter what, but like we kind of gave her the pass for it back then. A lot of other things that happened as well was like with Aspen when they were dating as well. Pinky showed some aggression and manipulation towards Aspen. And Aspen kept on trying to tell myself and Nev about it, and we were like, but Pinky's not like that. She's our friend and stuff like that. Obviously, by 2021, all of that went down the toilet when we found out that Pinky lied and said to another user, which I will not reveal who they are, that she did know the ages of the people that she did it with, and still done it anyway.
Yeah. Even back then, you shouldn't be doing that type of stuff, regardless if you knew like their age or not. Like,
and it was just one of those things where, like, we were really fucking heartbroken by this, because you and I have been friends with her for the longest time, haven't we?
Yes. So I met her in 2017. I actually met her through a friend's camp, and that friend has left all platforms as well, which was really unfortunate for me, because I was very close to that user, and I felt like Pinky was sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. She was like the remnant of that friend, because I met Pinky through that friend. So seeing that Pinky, someone who I've talked to like almost every day, was like doing all this stuff, it was very tough. It was a very tough pill to swallow, not only for me, but for other people who are very close to them as well.
I do want to mention one other thing, and And it's not me who they done it with as well. They've done it with a lot of people by that point. Usually when we have a conversation with Pinky as well, it's like a lot like, see, it's like when Pinky has been found doing something wrong, or she said something that could be said, like, that could be like used in a bad light. She usually pulls out something known as a victim card. And that could be something somebody uses, like, for anybody who doesn't know what that means. Like, that is basically like somebody who's like playing the victim of this entire thing, making the people feel bad for her, when in actuality she was the one who was in the wrong. So she was also being quite toxic about this, because it wasn't a few times that she's done it. She used that technique a lot. And I don't know if she did she do that to you as well, PK?
On that point, when people would try to comfort her when she's like venting, she would just deny. She would not say thank you for people trying to help her. She would just continue denying what people would say to try and cheer her up, which was very strange when like someone's trying to comfort you. So in that sense, I do agree that she was trying to make people, I guess, feel bad
for her.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get the actual date of this, because I still have her thingamajiggy here, although it's under a new name because she changed her name on the account because she's no longer here anymore. But just grabbing it right now, sorry. By the date of, oh shit, was it even April? By the date of 18th of February, not only did a lot of us confront her about this, but she also did use her card to basically try and wiggle her way out of the situation. But by that point, I think not only I was done with everything that she's done, well, I was done with everything she's said and like the lies and all that, but so was everybody else. And by that, we all made the executive decision to basically cut Pinky out of our lives,
so that she can get the proper, I guess, help that she desperately needs. We don't want to associate with her anymore, just because we cannot just we do not want to just associate with that anymore, like the actions that she has presented. But I am personally hoping that she can seek the help that she needs before things get any worse.
She's been gone for like 4 months now, but there still has been times where I have been seeing people asking where she is and like, why is she not here? Like, where is her channel and stuff like that? And it makes me feel uncomfortable about that, because it just makes me feel that I've associated myself with Pinky too much, to the point that people see me as Andy and Pinky and not just Andy. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can sympathize with that. I've not just Pinky. I've associated with a lot of people in my own show, and that's really damaged the show's reputation. People have had trouble watching episodes in my show just because of who was associated with it, who voices in the show. So yeah, it's hard to wash that away.
So why does this have to do with clashing conflicts? Obviously, like I said before, Pinky, you could consider her as like the co-creator or a producer of the show, as she put a lot of her implementations towards not only the show, the contestants, but as well as the entirety of the first episode. So when we got rid of Pinky, it was one of those things where we tried to make episode 1 work without her implementations. So we changed up a lot of the character assets so they weren't hers anymore. A lot of the characters got changed up so they weren't hers anymore either. We basically tried to rewrite small bits so it wasn't entirely her anymore. But as much as we tried to do, the damage was already done. So, as I was ready to bang into the animation, because I do want to reveal that the audio for the entirety of the first episode is done. Like, it's done. All of it's done. The voice acting has been updated. Everything's got done. But animation was taking its sweet ass time. But I got confronted by not only Nev, but a couple of other people who told me, like, wouldn't it not be better to either A, cancel the show, or B, reboot it? And I will have to agree with them that I think this is the better choice. Because at this point, we're beating a dead horse. We've had someone who put too much implementation to the show, so it's not even fully my show anymore, that, if you want to call it that. But it was one of those things where too much damage was done, and there's nothing really we can do about that. I mean, there was not too much issue with you, PK, for Action Arena, because you had like a lot of writers anyway, so it wasn't just you and her writing the episode. Whereas back when we did episode 1, it was just me and her. I mean, did I hear, like, I don't know if you're still doing this, but was there not a thing where you're going to actually re-upload episode 1, just taking out Pinky's character and replacing it with a different one?
Well, I do want to re-upload my own 2 episodes, because there's people, not just Pinky, who worked on those 2 episodes or were featured in those 2 episodes, and I just want to take their work out entirely. Voice actors, cameos, like the one you just mentioned, all of that. Not animation, thankfully. Not to my knowledge, none of the animators did anything wrong yet, so...
I'm sorry. He's sorry. Yet?
You never know. It's just like, it's like every week some news about someone gets revealed, and then you're like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So,
but with that being said, I'm going to say real quickly, there is going to maybe be a video just showing off what was done, like what was left of episode of the 2018 version of episode 1.
Yeah. Do that.
I do also just want to quickly say about what this new version of CC is going to be. I would like to say real quickly that the main story is going to stay the same. So the story that I've had had written back in 2018 by myself, and the one I've been improving over the years, that story is not changing. This is still going to be the main story that I want to tell. It's just the first episode that we're going to change up on how we're going to introduce the show. So, if you need to be anywhere, PK, you can leave if you want to.
All right. As I am speared, I will return to my box. I live in a box. All right.
I'll speak to you later, okay?
Speak to you later.
So let me explain real quickly. The new show is going to be different. So, Clashing Conflicts is going to be the same. It's still an object show. It's still a competition show set in an abandoned city. With the host and co-host being Rubik's Cube and Credit Card. However, the cast of Clashing Conflicts has been shortened. So, the cast has been changed from a 22-player cast to an 18-player cast. We have cut out 4 people. Well, we have cut out 4 spots in the show, meaning we've cut out 4 people entirely. Not only because the fact that they were her characters, but there were some characters who were very much filler. Just want to also just say that we did also cut out another 2 characters as well because of that. I do want to reveal the characters that we did cut out as well. So real quickly, just go down the list. The characters that we cut out, and let me just say we did openly admitted this in the Clash of Conflicts crew server, are Wineglass, VHS Tape, Shuriken, Fedora, Escargot, and Apple Juice. Or AJ, whatever you want to call her. Those 6 has been cut from the show. And 3 of them share the same reason of being her characters. That they were strictly her characters, and that they were characters that not only shared too much towards her ideals and stuff like that, but there was not a lot going to be done with these characters either. And it's kind of upsetting because one of these characters I've had since like one of the older versions of CC. So it just means that we no longer have that either. But the other 3, which is Shuriken, VHS Tape, and Wineglass, have different reasons. VHS Tape and Shuriken were both filler characters. I looked at them respectively and said that I didn't want them in the show at all. Like, the show would be better without them. They had no story behind them. They were just characters that were originally going to be eliminated early in the game. Funnily enough, I'll reveal this right now because that script's no longer happening. VHS Tape was the first person to be eliminated off of the original script. So if anybody wants to ask that, there you go. That's your answer to that. And then Wineglass was owned by another creator who I like. They're still part of the show, but I do want to make this strictly my stuff, my characters that are not related to anybody else. So those characters have been cut out respectively. Crystal is a good person. He understood why we had to cut out Wineglass, but we also did cut out Crystal, who, like, the object Crystal, who basically appears at, like, the side plot. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's the object that we changed for Crystal, so it's still the same character-ish thing. It's just no longer going to be Crystal, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so those characters have been cut. 2 new characters has been added that I will not be revealing right now. One of the characters are fully ready to be shown, but the other isn't, and I'd rather have a separate video showing off the entirety of the cast, with like a section just showing off, just basically showing who these characters are and stuff like that. So, for those 2 characters, you guys are going to need to wait a little bit longer for them. But yeah. But we've done this so that way, not only this will be now the story that I'm going to be happy with, but it's going to be the story that I think everybody is going to be happy with and a lot more easier to handle. With that being said, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to answer. If you guys wanted to, like, ask any questions about this real quickly, I don't mind answering them real quickly before we go off. I do want to reveal that there will be an episode of Chilling Like a Villain this week. If anybody asks, there is going to be an episode of it. I'm sorting it out with our guest currently, so I'm not revealing who though, just in case if plans have to change like last minute. But yeah, like, I don't mind that. But if there's any questions you guys just want to ask about any of this that I can answer, then go for it. Does this mean new voice actors will be taken or switched? Yes and no. So the characters that were already, like, revealed and stuff like that, so the characters that are still in the show, they're still with their original voice actors. So that includes, like, Lollipop is me, Joe Drop is Jess Jaffa, Quicksand is Boney, Hood is Card, Music as Paint Can. Like, all those characters are still the same. However, there was already a few people who already left the crew to begin with, so there was not too much of a loss when we cut out, like, characters like Thingamajiggy, Escargot, and Shuriken. But for people like PK, who was going to voice VHS Tape, he's going to be reverted back to an animatician. And then trying to remember the other person. Midnight. Midnight is now going to be voicing Credit Card, who is the co-host. So Midnight, who was originally going to voice Wineglass, is now voicing Credit Card. If there's, like, anybody else I'm thinking, if there's anybody else I'm thinking, like, I wouldn't know, then like, I'll probably do a separate video about this later. But yeah, will auditions be open for those said characters? So for some of the characters, there's, like, legit, we're going through the voice actors list real quickly because all we need is, like, two new voice actors. One for the new character and then one for an older character. But yeah, but, like, as for auditions, if you're, like, saying, like, voice auditions, I'm not entirely sure and I cannot answer just yet. If the show will stay the same, will there be some interesting plot for it in the future episodes and others? I honestly can't think of a good question. Again, story is going to stay the same, so everything that was meant to be shown for the 2018 version of the show is still going to be shown for this version. All there is just a different new episode. It's just a brand new episode 1. It's rewritten for your enjoyment and my enjoyment, because I honestly am glad that I'm doing this with my improved writing now. But this version is not only for you guys to enjoy, but for me to actually tell the story better, because I wasn't telling it the best way I could. So you will be seeing some interesting plot for the future. I do want to reveal one thing. Hold on. And I do want to reveal this because not a lot of people have seen the video real quickly. So I'm going to reveal it on this side as well. I'm also working on Battle for $1 Trillion external lens as well. Like, I'm the main director of that as well. So I'm trying to balance doing 2 shows at once. And it's actually not that bad. We're actually going through BFTDEE a lot more faster than Clashing Conflicts. Like, all that was as this episode has been uploaded, as this video has been uploaded, I can properly reveal that the first script and the second script are fully done. Voice acting for episode 1 is fully done, with audio editing already done. Animation is just started for episode 1 of BFTDEE. So that's all I'm going to say for now. If you're wanting more stuff, I don't know what. Maybe I'll tell Nev to do a channel update for his side. But yeah. But in that video, funnily enough, I did reveal that Clashing Conflicts and BFTD do have a connection, thanks to Miss V, who you guys saw from my end, being officially revealed through BFTD episode 19. And then there was also that one episode with Lollipop appearing through a portal, but that doesn't matter that much, even though it does. But those are canon. I'm going to make that right now. Those are canon. There has been one more small connection that has been revealed as well through a new episode or something. I'm not going to reveal for now. But for the smart cookies who have realized the connection, congratulations, you're now starting to see what the plot for Clashing Conflicts is going to be. So yeah. With that being said, just good. If there's one more question you guys are wanting to ask real quickly, go for it. Just want to real quickly say, I do want to just say real quickly, just because it is this today. Congratulations to Ned for graduating for high school. Good job, man. Even though I hate you. Happy birthday to Red, because it's his birthday today. Go say happy birthday to Red. Waves of Red. That's what I'm trying to say. Music. Are you having a good day? No, I've been cleaning the entire day, and I've also been working on my own show for the entire day as well. So kill me. Anyway, no, but in all seriousness, with that being said, yeah, thanks for everybody who's been watching. So again, for the TLDR version of this, episode 1 of Clashing Conflicts is being reworked. For a lot of different reasons. 4 characters have been cut out. I'm hoping the first episode will be still uploaded this year, no matter what, if plans go accordingly. But we'll see. With that being said, thank you guys for listening. I've been meaning to do this video for such a long time, and if I have to redo this video, I swear. But yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Also, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you.